6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start with recall alerts. Fisher-Price reissuing a recall for a baby sleeper responsible for over 100 infant deaths now. That includes 70 new deaths since that initial recall back in 2019. The Rock and Play sleepers were sold between 2009 and 2019 at some major retailers, including Walmart, Target, and Amazon. Consumers are urged to stop using the product immediately.
The U.S. Marshal Service now involved in the search for a man responsible for a New Year's Eve shooting. Abdullah Rashada shot and killed two people at Reruns Bar in Racine. Law enforcement say he is 5'11" and 175 pounds. He goes by AJ, and if you see him, do not approach him. He is reported to be armed and dangerous. If you know where he is, contact the Racine Police Department or U.S. Marshal Service. The Department of Education is proposing lower student loan payments for millions of people. Just this morning, the Biden administration announcing that borrowers will be saving thousands of dollars a year. Smaller loans will be forgiven after 10 years of repayment, and there will be no charge for unpaid interest. A final rule could be released later this year.
Doctors who treated Damar Hamlin say the Bills' safety has been moved to a hospital in Buffalo to continue his recovery. It's an uplifting sign of the remarkable progress Hamlin's made just a week after going into cardiac arrest and having to be resuscitated on the field. Hamlin was discharged from the University of Cincinnati Medical Center and flown to Buffalo, where doctors say he is doing well.
1 in 2 Dane County homes have high radon levels. Radon is the second most common cause for lung cancer, but the gas cannot be seen, tasted, or smelled. Experts say it is a good idea to buy a test kit and place it on the lowest level of your home. If the kit comes back positive for radon, you should take action by funneling the radon out of your home.
We'll be issuing an executive order in the near future banning the use of TikTok.
Governor Tony Evers says that after a consultation with the FBI and emergency management, he'll be banning TikTok on government devices. Wisconsin will soon join a growing number of states that have done this. The FBI's concern comes from the Chinese company ByteDance and the potential for Chinese government surveillance.
Goldman Sachs will lay off as many as 3,200 employees this week. That's according to an unnamed source familiar with the matter. The person says more than a third of the cuts will be in trading and banking units. Goldman hired thousands of people during the pandemic recovery. Now it's seen a slump in global deal making and economic uncertainty.
After more than 6 months of investigating former President Donald Trump's efforts to overturn the 2020 election in Georgia, a special grand jury has completed its work. In Georgia, they can't issue indictments, but the Atlanta area panel has written a final report on whether the Fulton County District Attorney should pursue charges.
A jury is now seated in the seditious conspiracy trial against 5 members of the Proud Boys. Opening statements are set to begin tomorrow in Washington, D.C. Federal prosecutors say they intend to prove the 5 members plotted and encouraged violence in the lead up to the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol.
College Football Hall of Fame selections are out, and there's a former Badger on the ballot, Troy Vincent, who shined during Barry Alvarez's early years as UW's head coach, has been selected. While rocking the red and white, Vincent had 192 tackles, 31 passes defended, plus 4 picks. After his time at UW, Vincent's pro career spanned 16 years.
All right, we do have some fog that has developed, and it's gotten thicker here in the Madison area just over the last half of an hour or so. We're down to a half-mile visibility, quarter-mile visibility in Lone Rock, and of course, we're getting a lot of thick frost on the windshield this morning, so you're going to have to scrape that. Obviously, be a little bit cautious with the reduced visibilities, but also some of this fog may be freezing on contact with temperatures well into the 20s. A little cooler today than yesterday. Looking at just a peak or two of sun, more clouds than anything. A little warmer tomorrow. May see a light snow shower. It looks like Thursday morning. That should be about it. Pretty quiet into the weekend. 40s next week with some rain.
All right, Kelly, thank you. 6:56. We'll be back with an update at 7:26.